What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about these team diamonds, alright? I got to make sure you guys are prepared, and you can't get prepared any better than listening to a GmiasWorld video. So look, this is what we're going to do right now. I've been taking some of the advice, well actually not really the advice, some of the opinions of some of the guys that watch my videos. Some of you old school guys that's been in forever. You know, some of you guys really have a lot of valued opinions and intellect when it comes to the game. Some of you guys just go out there and get dominated from the back, and it's kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. If you're a new player and you're just getting into Madden 22 Ultimate Team, the first thing you're going to want to do is subscribe. Then you're going to want to like the video, right? And then you're going to want to sit back, get your popcorn ready. If you're a veteran, you're probably already doing those things because you know what it is. I'm going to let you guys understand a couple things, right? The best possible theme teams that you're going to have based from Team Diamonds is going to be the Washington football team, the Raiders, and the Niners. You guys can figure out all the other stuff that goes on. The Bears are pretty tough. Like, they're pretty tough, but they're not going to really give you the maximum oomph. Like, the Bears have really good players, like a couple defensive guys really good, you know, a couple, offensive. But the Niners, the Washington football team, and the Raiders, those teams are going to be next level savages. All right, so now let's go ahead and break down a couple things. The Raiders are really OP. Okay, obviously right now they have a decent enough squad. And when I say full theme team, because the Team Diamonds are going to give us somebody offensively and defensively if they do it similar to what they've been doing, right? So you're going to have a better opportunity to complete your theme team by using those two players. It's going to probably be +2 of the chemistry with your team, and then you have it both sides, so that's another 4. So that eliminates a lot of need for other positions with your team to make that work out. So that's why I'm saying it's going to probably be easier for all of us to get a theme team that we want. So currently right now, I already have the 27 of the 39ers because I was an absolute imbecile and I went 50 of 59ers when they really didn't have anyone. And I think I lost like 20 games. It wasn't consecutive, but I lost like 20 games doing that. Since I said, forget about that full Niner theme team, we've been pretty bad. We've been a lot better. All right. So with all of that being said, right? We spoke about Ronnie Lott. We spoke about Taylor Mays. Okay. We spoke about Ronnie Lott, Taylor Mays. We spoke about Namdi, the Raiders, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. We spoke about a lot of those key players that are both. It's like hybrid because it's Raiders and it's also Niners. Then you have Darren Waller, but I would wait for Darren Waller until after this season's over and they give out the Redux because his price is ridiculous and he's not worth it. Because so many other players can get, all the stuff that he gets. He has like the decent route running and the speed and everything, but I wouldn't go crazy with that. I would wait until the next series. And remember, when it comes to things like that with limiteds, once they expire, don't overpay. You're just gonna have to wait. Because once you overpay, you're so far back in the game with the amount of coins that you spent, you probably won't recover. And I'm telling you guys this because a lot of you do it. A lot of you often do this stuff and it's kind of weird, but you don't need to do it. You don't need to overspend for those limited. So looking at that whole situation with the Raiders and the Niners, that's like the easy route. That's the easy route to go, right? Because you're going to get the most star-studded players from that team. Now, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is list what your theme team is. And we'll start to look at that, and then I'll probably include it in another video and try to see where you guys are headed with it. But when you go to the Washington football team, one of the major things, right, other than the fact that Sean Taylor would just be year-ending already with a 97 speed, if you were to get the +2 from the speed for the theme team, they do have a lot of other players that played with them, bro. They got Washington football team, you got the linemen, obviously. You got Chase Young, you got Montez Sweat, you got a lot of that stuff going on with the Washington football team. But this would be a primary focus. Because if you were to go Washington football team, you would have a decent offense. They got a lot of receivers that are available. They got good corners. They got things rocking, right? So that would work out. But Sean Taylor would be the primary objective. Because 97 speed, as long as he's anywhere near the play, nobody is beating you deep right now. And then by the time they get to like 97, 98 speed receivers, eventually that's going to be here. They'll drop other players that are faster. But for now, the Washington football team is kind of sick. If you wanted to go that route. And that's what I'm really eyeing because Sean Taylor plays well for me. I do not user him. I just leave him out there in coverage. And he plays extremely well for me. But again, I play the game differently than you guys do. I'm always sending 5 or 6. Sometimes I'll send 7. So I just need somebody to react super fast and get a play. That's it. That's all I have to do. But again, Ronaldo Lot. We all remember Ronaldo Lot, right? Ronaldo Lot, dude. That guy, he's a hybrid though. So the problem with him is he's going to get mid-zone for like 2. So he might not be able to play for us regardless because we're not spending 2 AP on those abilities. We're just not going to do it because it doesn't make sense. So if they keep him as a hybrid, we'll be done with him. He usually has decent zone though, but I don't know what's going on. Taylor Mays, he's usually a zone archetype, so he would work very, very well with us. There are, like I said, Namdi would be a man-to-man corner. That's usually what he is, so I don't expect him to change that archetype. There are a lot of other players, like I said, when we talk about the Niners, and you know what's funny, like I said, the players that I just named, they also play for the Raiders, so that's something that's huge as well. Any other theme team that you choose, you're going to have to make sure that once you invest in it, you're going to be there for a while. Get a Snickers. Like, bro, and no, that's not a paid sponsorship, because you're going to be there. And if once you decide to leave, if you make the mistake, right? Say you make the mistake and you pick a theme team that you think based on the team diamonds, they're going to be like that bomb squad, bro. Like, yo, Gmi, I got this. If you turn out to be wrong, you're going to lose a lot of coins like I did. Because I was an absolute idiot, like I told you guys earlier. And I thought I was the man. I'm like, yo, 50-50 Niners, yo, I'm chilling. The stupidest thing I could have done. So once I went to sell back all the cards or remove them, I lost my shirt. So, for me, I know safely the Raiders and the Niners, they are always forever going to be, you know, one of the better theme teams. Obviously, like I said before, the Ravens got some good players also, and obviously, you know, you got the Bears. There's other teams that might get some oomph, but the Raiders and the Niners, I'm just letting you guys know, because most players that were good that played for the Niners left and went to they left and went to the Raiders. So that's why it's like that same correlation. The only problem is Deion Sanders would be a standalone, right? Because he's the only guy that I really want in the squad because they cheat for him. And what happens is all you have to do is have him blitzing. He will tackle anybody one-on-one. Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb in my pants. It's so fake, bro. The dude just runs in and he just touches you, you drop on the ground. EA Sports loves them some Deion Sanders. So in that regard, I would be willing to sacrifice this guy and not have him out there if I go Raiders. But I just don't know if the Raiders might be the move because of Bo Jackson when he drops. And that's why it's like really a toss-up, because like all the real star players, like you're not going to get them on every theme team. But if we could get +2 speed for the running back, because remember, unless you're using the running back strategy cards, you don't get speed. So that +2 for the Raiders with a Bo Jackson this year might be the move, because he's going to be able to spin, truck, and do all that stuff. So there's so many things going on, but I want to make sure you guys understand, like, those are the two teams that I would probably look at, the Raiders and the Niners. Anything outside of that, you better make sure you have a really good plan. Like some of you guys with the Tampa Bay Bucks or whoever else Joey Galloway played for, you have him running around with a 96 speed. But Jerry Rice also gets 96 speed. And that's Raiders or Niners. Some of you guys are going 25 and 25. If you're going 25 and 25, tell me which ones you're going. Tell me the combinations. Because I was actually contemplating going 25 Lions and making Calvin Johnson a 95 speed. So we could talk about that. Let's see where we're going with that, because that would be actually a very interesting thing to see if we could work a 25-25. But I like to go full throttle. You know what I'm saying, bro? I like to go full throttle. You know what would be really nasty? If we went 25 Raiders, 25 Niners. But then it would be kind of stupid because a lot of the players would be both, and then they would be losing the +1 speed. You got to be, like I said, the biggest thing about this is, guys, evaluate the cards and see what positions you can't give up. And then figure out where you're going to go from there, because that's going to be the primary way that you figure out what theme team you want. Because if I go Niners, I get to keep Deion and I get to keep Namdi. But Namdi's a man-to-man, so it's going to be a problem with the mid-zone, but whatever. I get to keep him. Doesn't really matter what else is going on. We could figure out, whatever else comes from that. But, Taylor Mays, that's going to be a problem. We got to see what Ronnie Lott's archetype's going to be. Patrick Willis at middle linebacker. Even though we don't use linebackers, we'll blitz him, and he's going to be super fast. There's a lot of bonuses to that. And then, the strategy cards not giving speed to certain positions like the middle linebacker and, like the halfback, unless you have the specific strategy cards, because we're using the in the zone for the DBs. So we don't have any, there's no we don't have the option of going ahead and adding speed to the the middle linebacker, DNs, all that stuff. So the game has changed, and it's very important that you guys understand that. But I'm going to stand by that, guys. I believe the Niners and the Raiders are the top 2 teams for a theme team. Let me know your choice. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.